What's up, my special being brothers and sisters? We're back at it again with another figure review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Andros Power Rangers in Space from the Lightning Collection Hasbro. He does have the cloak on him and his regular face that he has with him, also with the black helmet that he sports with. But I finally got him, and I'm finally getting time to review him. Let's get him out of the box and see what's inside.
One's a company, two's a crowd, three's a party coming, move around like fresh when the school is out, when the booze is up, when the sun is down, enjoy the ride.
Now that we got Andros on the rotating stand, my boy is looking fire right there with the cloak on him. Got his bathrobe and all his undergarments underneath that. He is looking really dope. I like the way how they have it, the actual hood, where it's very like kind of to his head, so it looks really good. It's not all floppy or whatever. I know it does kind of look floppy right here, like on the video, like in front of me, but for like when you get him in person, it's actually a little bit different. So that is really cool. I like how it just drapes down almost pretty much to the floor, so it covers up the shins and pretty much the ankles as well. So I'm really pleased with that aesthetically. I mean, when you first like get him out of the box, he's going to look like this. So pretty much he's just all covered, like nothing detached. But I'm going to go over that once we get into the articulation, and then we'll take off the cloak and see how he looks like without it. So that's going to be pretty cool. So let's get into it. Let's get my boy off the rotating stand and let's get into that articulation. All right, now that we got my boy off of the rotating stand, let's get into the articulation. So head can move up and down pretty good, but it's kind of hidden from the cloak. Actually, let's kind of start with the cloak. So right here you have kind of like a Velcro right there, so that's pretty cool. And it's only detachable right there in the midsection. So that's just going to come off like so, therefore revealing the rest of the body. So that's really cool right there. See? And then the cloak or the headpiece right here can come down. So that's really cool as well. Actually, let's see. This is the rest of the cloak right here, front and back. Looks really nice. And then, oops, sorry about that. Then we're actually going to take it off and see the articulation a little bit better. Let's see. Come on. I know you can do it. There we go. And that's going to be the cloak for that. Okay, so he's looking really nice in the black and gold. Okay, so to continue, up, down, he can do the left and right, which is okay. As far as the shoulders right here, let's see, it goes up about that much, goes down about that much. We have the butterfly joints right here that kind of go in and out. And you know, I'm not really a fan of the butterfly joints. So, well, at least how they look on here. You know, everywhere else it looks really cool. So in the midsection right here, actually before we get to the midsection, let's go ahead and finish off the arms. Elbows right there, a little bit better than 90. And then we have wrist articulation, as well as it can go in and out. So that's pretty cool. Now starting on the midsection, he has right here the upper torso, which kind of gives him that range, so he can kind of bend in and bend out a little bit like that. And then this bottom piece right here allows him to kind of get a little bit more range, so he can bend like that. And using that top section, he can kind of pretty much look all the way down. So that's really cool. Put him back in neutral. As far as the legs go up about that high. We have a cut right here in the thigh, so it moves from side to side right there. And then as far as the knees, They're double jointed. So you're going to get a lot of range and motion in that. So that's pretty cool. And then you have a cut right here, right beneath the knee, which allows for this motion right here. So that's really cool. Right here at the ankles, you go down about that much, and then they pick up about that much. Standard with what we get, you already know the business. And then right here on the ankles, we have ankle rockers. So that is pretty dope. So that's going to do it for my boy Andros on the articulation. Let's get into those accessories. Okay, guys, first things first, we're going to start with the headpiece and then work our way down. So I don't know if you can kind of see it like this, but this headpiece right here that we get is like all blacked out. It does look like the same thing that you get for the other Power Rangers in space, but you can kind of see the outline on it, and right there where the mouth would be. Yep, it's the same thing. It's just all blacked out. So that's really cool. The next accessories we get are a pair of hands, and they're not the same. One's kind of like a closed fist hand. So you only get one of those. So you only get one closed fisted hand, and then you get an all like you know, throwing up the L sign. No, not really. It's just a pointing finger hand. So you get a pair of those. And then next, starting off with the weapons, we have his blaster right here, which is really nice, really cool. It doesn't come apart like right here at the top, so that's kind of a bummer. Yep, well detailed right there. Got the reds, the blues, and the gold right there. And then his next accessory he has, or his weapon I should say, is this drill right here. I forget what it's called. I know it's like a drill sword, but yeah, I forget the name of it. This one was always like a pretty unique piece, and unfortunately, like in the show, like it can't. Well, in the show, you were able to like kind of put it on, and then he would kind of have like this blaster sword drill type thingy, but unfortunately, like we can't combine it because the top piece right here, because this is supposed to be like a dual pistol, I guess, but it doesn't come apart. So not a deal breaker, but something that I should kind of mention. And then we have this, moving on to the blast effects, we have this blast effect, which is really cool right here. And this is going to hook on to the piece of the blaster right here. Let me see if I'm able to. There you go. Hooks on. Nice blast effect. And then the last piece of effect parts that we get is this lightning kind of effect. I mean, it looks, to me it doesn't look like lightning, but I mean, it's darker in person. So this is just gonna go like that and then kind of hook on. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. Oops, thought I had it. Let's see. Gonna hook on right there. So what you're left with is this kind of like lightning effect for the sword. So that's pretty cool. Get it all in there right there. So that's pretty dope. And that is going to do it for the accessories. Now that we got my boy in a fire pose, I can go ahead and talk about the pros and cons on this, which there really isn't a lot of cons unless you already kind of don't like the Lightning collection of this line. But to me, I like how they're priced at a very good price range. So that's really cool. And as far as like what you get for the articulation, for me, it just boils down to bang for your buck. And this Andros, I was kind of in search for him for a long time, and I was able to get him at a really, really decent price. So I copped him on Amazon. He's like $19 right now, so I was able to get him pretty fast. And yeah, I just got him with all the accessories on him right now that he's rotating on the rotating stand. So my boy is looking dope. And to me, he's going to be an easy grab. But for you guys, you might have different opinions about it. But yeah, just let me know in the comment section below if he's just going to be your pass or a grab. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this video up on Andros, Power Rangers, and Space Lightning collection. Let me know in the comment section below if he's going to be a pass or a grab. Major Piccolo shout out to all my Special Beam brothers and sisters supporting since day one. And like I've said, the channel is lazy, but the movement ain't.
Open for plans tonight. Lord,